Alrighty, next we're going to have a look at forms, contacts, and notes and everything that is associated with that. So we have created our Safari Planner online form and the guest information form as well. This is what that form looks like. Safari Planner form, capturing all the information and details all in one place right over here. Information is all there. We've got our consent as well, which is GDPR compliant, and we've got our capture as well. Our privacy policy and terms of service and terms and conditions. We can add in multiple options at the bottom over here. But let's have a look at the contact. And why is this so important? Simply because right here, if a contact fills in that form, all of your information will be right here. You'll be able to understand how many travelers there are. Come into this contact and have a look at all of this information right here. Really simple, nice and easy, all in one place. Okay. Then let's have a look at the contact information real quick. So over here, we can get the contact information, name, address, emails, phone numbers. We can even add in their date of birth here so that we can email them on their date of birth. All these kind of nice things that we can do as far as the contact goes, where the contact came from, any messages that you want to put in over here. All right. But where the magic actually happens is anything that is happening with this contact will be indicated over here. So if they had to fill in this form, you'd get a notification over here to say that the form has been completed, and we can move on to the next stage. On the top right over here, this is all of the activity for the client or the customer. Over here, we have all of our tasks. These are our tasks over here. So you can see, for example, this particular client, the passport is still pending, and we've got a due date over here as well. And what we'd be able to do is set up some automation. So we'll set up an email that will say, hey, dear Daniel, please can you fill in this form, the Safari Planner form, and at the same time send us your passport copy. We'll be able to do automations that we will be able to send out this particular email or this email nurturing to the client or to the customer every 2 weeks or every 3 weeks. And if we still don't have it after we've sent them 5 emails, then we can increase the amount of times that we send them, so we can shorten it to every week, and just so that that is not sitting on your plate. But here we go. This is where we would be able to add all of our tasks. For example, if they have sent your passport, we can just come in here and we can just click that, and that then goes away. And of course, we've got our drop downs over here, so we can see everything that's been completed. Passport, we've got it. So all that we need to do is just have a look at our tasks over here for this particular customer, and we'll be able to see what is still pending for this customer. Over here, we have all of our notes, and under our notes, we can have a link to our OneDrive folder. We can also indicate information, all notes that we need about this particular trip or about this particular customer can be added in over here. Then next, we can have a look at what we call our pipeline, and we can edit this pipeline to look and feel and actually have headings as per however you would like this to be. But particularly this client, Daniel Brits, has been added to this pipeline, and he's in the beginning stage. So travel itinerary has been shared with him. He's had a look at it. They might then complete a form to say, yes, I'm interested, or not, or can just email and say, yes, I'm interested. And then we start sending them our Safari Planner from our email nurturing. And from there, we can also indicate whether the forms have been received. But we can actually just move Daniel over to this point over here. So for example, if he is in the completed Safari Planner form stage, we can just move him over here. Over here, we can then move him once we've got his guest information, once we've got the flight itineraries, and then right at the end, we've got our ready to travel option as well. What's really handy is right over here, we can see any conversations that we've had with this particular customer. Over here, we can see any of our notes that we have. So for example, Dan and Lynn are best friends, but we also have our link to our OneDrive. If you would like that, we can also connect our Google Drive as well over here. Then over here, we've got all of our tasks that are still pending, diet and medical needs to still be checked out, and Safari Planner form. Now, the great thing about this is that we can create automations that email the particular customer every 2 weeks, every week, however you would like that to be, for them to fill in this information. So we can send them a link via email that links to for example, another form that looks like this. Once they've completed the particular task, we can just come in here and we can then edit it. So look at this, nice and easy. Tasks, we can add a task. We can see which ones have been completed. We can also add the notes from here, if this will be easy. There's our OneDrive link. If we need that, we can add in any other notes that we want somebody to know about for this particular trip or this particular party or this particular customer. Any payments that they've been made can be recorded here. If we need to do any online appointments with them or bookings, we can add them over here. Nice and easy.